Bitcoin has gone on a major rally, leaving a lot of people wondering, will Bitcoin drop in prices again? Will it allow you to buy cheaper Bitcoin before the bull run starts? How low can we drop? When will it happen? I want to have an honest video. Is it possible that Bitcoin could have one last capitulation? If you're new here, my name is Steve. This is where we have honest facts in the charts. If you're new here, you're going to love this channel. When everybody goes left, we go right. We're rule breakers. We stand out from the crowd. We talk about just the facts in the charts. Hit that subscribe button. You're going to love it here. Today, we're going to talk about several key charts and talk about an honest conversation. And some people in the herd may read this title and just start commenting right away. Oh my God, Steve was bullish yesterday and now he's bearish today. This is an honest take video. Is it possible? Have I changed my stance? Absolutely not. I haven't changed my stance in the past several years. It's always been incredibly consistent. So if you're confused about my stance, please watch any of my videos. This is a video about, is it possible? Because a lot of people are waiting for a final capitulation, are waiting for further downside action so they can add to their position. This is an honest video based on only the facts in the charts. It's not a coin flip or what I think is going to happen or what I think might happen. There's no might or if. It's all fact-based in this video. We're going to start on the daily chart, and we've got some pretty heavy bearish divergence happening here, which we need to address. It's continuing to happen. It's been happening for several weeks now, and we're going to get into it. But if you want tremendous value and you want to make better trades right now, I'm doing you a massive favor. If you go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, you can scoop up this free, absolutely free, 1000% free. There's no hidden crap. We don't play those games. You plug in your information here and it's going to help you trade better today, right? So go to cryptocrewuniversity.com and scoop that up 1000% free right now. cryptocrewuniversity.com. So we've got this bearish divergence, right? We have prices making a high, another higher high, another higher high, and another higher high, while the RSI is making a high, a lower high, another lower high, and another lower high. This is bearish divergence, and this will break soon, right? Right here on this channel, we covered the bullish divergence, which was happening in the charts previously, right? We've had this bullish divergence over the course of 6 months, right? So we had our low here, our lower low, and at the same time, the RSI was doing the opposite. This is over 6 months. The longer that you have this forming, bullish divergence or bearish divergence, the more powerful it is. Plain and simple, right? So we have bearish divergence. It's formed over a couple weeks, not over 6 months. And if you looked at the top, like our recent top, right? We had our first top here and our double top here at the same time that we had that divergence, and that divergence was split over about 8 months. Okay, so that's why we had incredible bearish divergence happen right at our double top, which really plummeted prices. Okay, so we had this incredibly strong bullish divergence, which has happened to be right out of our bottom, and that's forming what we see today. But short term, we have this bearish divergence forming. Let's make sure we're clear that this is short term. It's not 6 months. It's not 8 months. It's a couple weeks. So how far could that plummet prices? We'll get into it in a moment, but I want that to be on your radar. All right. The next chart is on the weekly chart. We've been covering this 2015 fractal pattern versus the 2022 fractal pattern. It starts right here with the cross, this yellow line crossing the red line, right? If you want to know what the yellow line is, the yellow line is the 20 MA, the red line is the 100 MA, okay? And we're on a weekly chart. When you have the yellow line cross the red line, it starts a specific fractal pattern. We had denial number 1, denial number 2, and denial number 3, and then a plow through in bullish price. 2022, we had the yellow line cross the red line. Denial number 1, denial number 2, denial number 3, and a plow through in prices. Men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. This fractal pattern we've been covering for months and months and months and months and months, and it's played out to the T, right? We haven't been above this yellow line literally since way back here momentarily, or way back here. And same with 2015. It was a long time. Once we finally got above the yellow line here, it was literally like a year since we had been above there. So it's pretty cool to play out like this. But again, this chart is saying like, hey, in 2015, after we plowed through in price, had a ton of bullish action, we actually came down to test our base. So is that a possibility? Yes, it's a possibility. Do I think that the bottom is in? Yes. Do I think Bitcoin will plummet and destroy our base and turn 2023 into some bloodbath and have the high majority of people be correct? I don't think so. I don't think so. But let's be honest. This is a possibility. Look at the chart here. Okay. So if you wake up next week or the week after or the week after that and Bitcoin is falling and it's at 18,000 and 17,000, we can't freak out. We can't freak out because that's in the cards. Okay. Now let's get to our next chart. This one had that bullish divergence and we broke. But when we broke this bullish divergence, it came out of the pressure cooker too. This is a 2-year long pressure cooker that Bitcoin was in. You can see here it started way back in the beginning of 2021, literally a couple years ago, and we're in this downtrending line, pressure cooker. It burst, but look what happened to price action, right? This red line is just not an ordinary red line. This red line played a significant role in every single bear market. It played a significant role in the COVID crash, holding support, significant role in 2018 crash, holding support, significant role in 2015 crash, holding support, not once, but twice at our double bottom. Now it's our resistance, okay? Anytime you break support, it's our resistance. Anytime you break resistance, it becomes support. It's a very simple game. Now, this is our resistance. We set it from the beginning. As soon as we broke bullish divergence, we even said it before we broke bullish divergence. Do not be surprised if we rally all the way up to this red line. So now we've rallied all the way up to this red line. Some people are surprised. We're not surprised. So what happens next? Well, one of the concerns is we had these really big candles. As you're going into resistance, you want to see candles get bigger. If they get bigger, it's a sign we're going to break through that resistance. This holds true on any time frame. Remember that fact. Go into charts and look at them after this video, and you'll be like, holy crap, this is a really cool trick. When you have candles get smaller as they approach an extreme level of resistance, it's not a good sign. Okay, we had these big candles and it got smaller, then it got smaller, then it got smaller. We have resistance right above our head as we're getting smaller candles. Not a good sign. So is it still a good sign in the big picture? Yeah, we're still on track in the big picture. What I'm talking about more in this video is more short term. So again, some people are going to be confused by the title, but the title is, could Bitcoin or will Bitcoin crash again? Is it possible? I didn't say will Bitcoin destroy its bottom and make a new low and all of this craziness. So please help me in the comments if you see some people in the herd that just looked at the title and didn't watch anything, or maybe they clicked on the video to watch it and they plugged their ears and they closed their eyes, and you know the people I'm talking about. So look, we've got smaller candles heading into resistance. We have a major bullish move here. Watch the stochastic RSI. This will give us a major clue. This is our momentum. On the weekly, we're still looking good, but we could have a cross down in the coming weeks. Let's get to this chart, and then I want to give a rounded out example of what I think is going to happen. And then I want to give you a major trading tip that's going to help you today, and a tip that you'll remember for the rest of your life. I'm going to give you that in a moment as well. But we have some bearishness in the market, right? We had this bearish divergence. We got some things happening. We have this, we could test our bottom. This is all kind of bad news. I do want to leave you with some good news. You know, this is kind of some bad news, smaller candles, resistance. I want to leave you with some good news, and then I'm going to give my honest take, and then we're going to get to the tip. So this is the monthly chart. This is a candle that just closed. This green candle right here. The reason it's so significant is we were just on some thin ice. We were holding this level 19.5 as support for month after month after month after month after month. This was our breakdown candle in November. This candle in December actually closed right below our thin ice. And then this bullish candle came in. This is a bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing means it's green, and it means the prior candle has to be red, and it means the prior candle has to be having a smaller body than that green candle. If all of those things are true, it's a bullish engulfing candle. But this is not just any bullish engulfing candle. This is pretty major, right? If you look at the size of the candle, we haven't had that big of a candle literally since this top in October of 2021. And previously, you can see these green candles here are very, very major, right? So we haven't seen this bullishness come into the market. This is a major, major development. We need this candle in February to hold support at 19.5, okay? We need it to hold support at 19.5 at the close of the candle. If we do that, that's a very, very, very major sign for the future. Watch that like a hawk. 19.5 with the body. Can our wick go through 19.5? Hell yeah. We can have a wick go wherever the hell we want it. As long as the body is closing here, we're looking really good. Okay? Now, let's get to some honest opinions here. So, is it possible that Bitcoin could crash again? Yes. Is it possible that we break our bottom and crash even further? Yes. Is it probable that we break our bottom and crash further? No. I do not think so, according to all the facts that I study. So is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. How about, what should you do if you're waiting for Bitcoin to have some sort of downfall so you can add to your bags? Again, it's more risky to be out of Bitcoin than to be in Bitcoin. Plain and simple. Can Bitcoin fall? Yes. If it does, then you scoop up more. If you're looking for fast money, get the hell out of Bitcoin. You're going to get destroyed. You should not be in Bitcoin at all. If you're looking to make fast money, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Any human that's looking to make fast money in any industry is going to get burned. You have to remove that mindset. Money, success is a series of small wins. Plain and simple. Talk to anybody that's achieved any level of success. It was never an overnight success. It's not going to be for you either. You can't expect, oh my God, you can win the lottery, but yeah, join that crew who loses all their money in a few years because they made fast money, plain and simple. Success is a series of small wins, and that's a fact. Now, if you're looking to add to your bags, yeah, you can wait for some sort of downfall. This divergence could definitely play out. It's going to play out eventually, and prices will fall. But maybe we come back to this little base that we formed here, around 20K, and we start to hold that. So we'll see. I mean, no matter what, the bottom, I believe, is in. If we retest our bottom, we retest. It's not really a major thing. This divergence is going to play out eventually. It could play out like this chart. We do have smaller candles heading into resistance. It's going to take some muscle to get through this resistance. And once we start to hold this red line as support, it's game on. It's really game on. We do have a lot of bullishness coming into the market, so we cannot ignore that. A lot of the bullishness is saying, look, Bitcoin has turned a corner. Bitcoin has bottomed, and Bitcoin is getting ready for a bull run. That's the big picture. That's not gonna, that hasn't changed, right? That has not changed. So I do want to make all of those points clear. Now I want to give you a trading tip, okay? One of the biggest lessons that you will learn in trading, one lesson that will really, really help you, a lesson that will put you on a new path, a lesson that will alter the way that you've done what you've been doing so far. What you've been doing so far with your trading is kind of just hoping for the best, right? You get into a position, you're like, man, I hope it goes up. And then when it starts going down, you're like, oh, what the hell? I should have, I knew I should have waited. I knew I should have bought that. And then when it goes up, you're like, damn, I wish I bought more. These are all emotional thoughts, and emotion is a money killer. That's the lesson for today. If you want to kill your money, lead with emotional decisions. Though all of those things I just said, I guarantee you've thought those things. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. When Bitcoin starts going up, you're like, gee, I should have bought more. I knew I should have bought it. I knew it. Then when it starts going down, you're like, oh, I knew I should have waited. Those are all emotional decisions, and that will kill your money. You need to control your emotions. It's the hardest thing to do. It's literally the hardest thing to do. Humans have always had trouble controlling their emotions with money. historically, even way back when we were cavemen, we had these spices and things that represented money. It was still super emotional. We couldn't control our emotion for the history of mankind with money. It's very difficult to do, but if you master it, oh my goodness. My courses teach you how to master it. And again, you can get the free courses at cryptocareeruniversity.com. The paid courses obviously are on a substantially different level in terms of value, but you have to control your emotions. Whether you learn from me or somebody else, eventually you're probably going to come back to me. You get what you pay for in life. But again, this is the hardest lesson to do. I want you to really focus on that. I want you to think about the next trade you make. Am I making an emotional decision? And how you react to that trade. Is it an emotional play, or is it the facts and the charts? Right? Make it clear. Make clear-cut rules to follow. And you cannot trade unless these things are met, and you cannot sell unless these things are met. If you had a very black and white strategy, this will change everything for you. Until you have that, until you learn how to control emotions, you're going to keep achieving the same results. And look at the results you've been achieving. Be honest with yourself. It's probably not great. You probably want better results. And one of the leading reasons you're not having the results you need is emotion, plain and simple. So I'll leave you on that note. Comment down below if this connects with you. Let me know your story with how you started to control emotion or your battle with it right now. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.